Hi, my name is Geraldine Kaiser. I'm a co-founder of UMOJA, UMOJA meaning Unity and Strength, and we are here to serve low-income population that are post-incarcerated. We also serve the needs of anyone that might reach out we are, if we could supply those needs. But our emphasis is post-incarcerated population. We offer resources, education, and life skills. And will try to walk with the person until their needs are met. Again, we are doing an outreach program during this Kwanzaa season. Kwanzaa is a cultural celebration that is for Black to recognize their unity, self-determination, collective responsibility, corporate economics, purpose, and creativity, and faith. This is the time to do that with anyone that's willing to do that with you. It's not a religion or a faith-based program. It's a cultural program. Again, the first day, the black candle is lit. That's for UMOJA, which is unity. The second day is the furthest right candle on the left, Kuji Chan Guli for self-determination. And then the third day, the furthest right, because you go from right to green, the furthest right green candle is lit for Hujima, collective work and responsibility. And today, we're on the today is the third day. The furthest right green candle is lit for Hujima, collective work and responsibility. And then we'll go to the fourth day, which is collective economic. And the fifth day, Nia. And the sixth day, Kuumba. And so, we're going to move forward. We're going to start with meditation. Each day Kwanzaa is tied to one of the holiday's 7 principles. And those was the 7 principles I just named. And so the next thing on our agenda is to meditate. Meditation is collective responsibility, a good health conscious, so that you can be able to have unity and self-determination. It starts with your health. Remember the acronym MED-RX, which is meditate, exercise, diet, and rest. And the X in MED-RX is for any additional conscious health practice that you are doing personally on your own, running, swimming, biking, or sitting in a steam room, or faith-based, your religion could be also a means of how you stay healthy. Okay, let's start with meditation. The second is roar, be relax, observe your surrounding, allow yourself to, you have different sounds in your environment, listen to them and then come back to your breathing. Or if you have any thoughts, address the thoughts and then come back to your breathing. And the last is R for result. Then you're, at the end, you will feel the relaxation after you completed your guided meditation. We're seated. This is a seated meditation. And we have, this is a 5 minutes meditation. Both feet solid on the floor, hands flat on your thighs. And then you're looking between 6 inches to 6 feet away from your body. And then you're sitting away, your back off the back of your chair, not rested. And so you can also close your eyes, and we're going to breathe in, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. We're going to inhale 5 breath in, hold, and exhale 10. We're going to do 5 of those before we get started. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. And then we're going to go to our feet, and we're going to relax our feet. Our toes, we're going to relax. The ball of our feet, relax. The middle of our feet, relax. The heel of our feet, relax. Top of the feet, relax. Taking a deep breath after each guided point. Ankles, relax. Shin, relax. Calf, relax. Knees, relax. Quad, relax. Hamstring, relax. Outside of the thigh, relax. Inside of the thigh, relax. Pelvis, relax. Stomach, relax. Diaphragm, relax. Chest, relax. Hips, relax. Lower back, relax. Mid back, relax. Upper back, relax. After each point, breathe in through your nose, out through the mouth. Fingers, relax. Palm of the hand, relax. Back of the hand, relax. Wrist, relax. Forearms, relax. Elbow, relax. Forearms and biceps and triceps, relax. Shoulders, relax. Neck, relax. Head relax. Chin relax. Mouth relax. Nose relax. Eyes relax. Eyes, forehead relax. Back of the head relax. Top of the head relax. Ears relax. Internal ear relax. Earlobe relax. External ear relax. Top of the ear relax. Now we're going to do 3 more deep breathing. Breathing in through the nose, count of 5. Out through the mouth, count of 10. Breathe in, 5. Exhale, 10. Inhale, 5. Exhale, 10. Now, focus in. Meditation should help you focus, help you retain what you hear, and apply what you learned. So that is our end of our meditation session, and we'll hand it over to Coach K. It looked like she's falling asleep on us. The meditation does work.
Yes, it does. That was wonderful, Coach Kaiser. I am so very thankful. Today we're going to focus on the theme of collective responsibility. We're going to have a discussion in the book study of Multiply. Just a recap of yesterday and the week, we had talked about, once again, self-determination and unity. We had discovered a man with a vision will not perish. And the vision God had given Isaiah and Jeremiah was to come together, be in unity, and with that unity, to build homes for themselves and each other, to build gardens, which would be to produce their own food, to build community, which was to do generational sharing, prosperity, and seek peace, or we talked about what is peace, and that was to come together in unity and to work on those 3 things, to make sure a home was provided for each other, make sure a garden was made, a food forest was made to eat from, and to come together in unity, and to do that their next generation and generation after each other, for each other. So now tonight we're going to talk about cooperative responsibility, and we're going to start with Multiply, and we're going to use one technique tonight for collective responsibility, and that is discipleship. And I'm going to change the word discipleship into the word student, mentor, and mentee. In the Eastern culture, they have collective responsibility, and they call it sensei with their dojos, and they teach their communities martial arts and the way of a lifestyle as a martial artist. And this is similar, and this is what we're going to use tonight for an illustration as we work through this reading for tonight. So let's start with the discipleship, which we're going to call it tonight as a mentor and a mentee relationship. So we're basically saying that one technique for collective responsibility what we need to do as a vision is to be able to teach, coach, mentor, and train so that the next generation can be able to grow up into it as a lifestyle, not as a religion, not as a science, not as an education, but as a lifestyle. So their lifestyle choices can have a social normal acceptance and approval and accomplished, and these things come from safety and security and being able to survive. Survival is the basic of having shelter and food, and this is why these things are important in today's reading as far as discipleship. And we're going to substitute that word for mentor and mentee. Okay, so here we go. Living as a disciple maker. The command to make disciples. Imagine your reaction if someone came back from the dead to speak to you. Seriously, try to imagine the right now. What would you feel? This is on page 27. This is from Francis Chan, sorry. And it's called Multiply. How do we multiply? Okay, now I'm going to keep on. How intensely would you listen? How seriously would you take his or her words? Think about it. What this must have been like for the disciples. They were working their everyday jobs when a mysterious teacher asked them to follow him. As they followed, they saw him challenge religious leaders, embrace sinners, heal the sick, and even raise the dead. They knew that he was not an ordinary man. At various times and at varying degrees, people saw him as the Messiah who would bring salvation for God's people. But he never quite fit anyone's expectation of what the Messiah would do or say. The disciples walked beside Jesus through all of this. They watched as the blind were given sight. They heard Jesus forgive the hopeless, unrighteous, and restore the lives of the broken. They helped pass out bread and fish as Jesus miraculously fed huge crowds. The disciples seem to have been more aware of Jesus' true identity at some points than at others, but they followed him until the end, believing that he was the one who would restore the fortunes of God's people. And then he died. Just like that, it was over. It seemed that Jesus could do absolutely anything, that he had power over sickness, death, every person, and everything. By this power, Jesus was bringing the healing and redemption that the world so desperately needed. But the disciples' hopes of a better world died as Jesus was nailed to a Roman cross. And so the disciples spent 3 days in confusion and delusionment. Everything they had hoped for was gone. Perhaps they had wasted their time following their mysterious person for 3 years. Then it happened. He came back from the dead. When Jesus reappeared on the third day, all of their hope came rushing back. Now there could be no doubt. Now that Jesus had conquered even sin and death, he would certainly fix this broken world. Jesus would accomplish that what everyone was longing to see. There could be no stopping him. Once again, he surprised everyone. Instead of telling them that he would immediately transform the earth, Jesus gave his disciples one final command and ascended into heaven. Just like that, out of nowhere. What was the command? Essentially, he told them it was their job to finish what he started. They were to take the message that Jesus declared and exemplified in and around Jerusalem and spread the message to the very ends of the earth. All the authority in heaven and on the earth has been given to me. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. And behold, I am with you always to the end of the age. Okay, so now we're going to have a conversation. So, how do you think you would have reacted? So, put yourself in the disciples' shoes as they witnessed these things and heard these words from Jesus. How do you think you would have reacted? I'll start with Coach Kaiser, and then I'll get my reflections.
Um, Probably after he came, when he passed, I probably would have felt hopeless. But after he returned, I would have seen the miraculous work of his life coming back to life. And so that would have sparked my faith again. Not saying that hopeless meant that I lost faith. Hopeless meant that maybe he wasn't who I thought he was. It would make me question the the journey with him. But after seeing him, and then him not fulfilling what I thought would have been claiming the earth, I would have had to examine. It would make me question my belief. I believe it would make me question my belief, but not trust him.
Thank you for sharing that. It has me reflections. I see where you come from. You know, I was thinking, how would I respond, react? And using the illustration of a sensei and their students, you know, in the dojo, learning how to do martial arts and spending their whole life following their sensei, and then some are monks living vows of lifestyle changes. This is similar. So I can't imagine losing my sensei or losing my mentor. It's almost like a parent, you know, losing a parent. And you have all of these code of conduct, values and principles and goals. It's almost like a coach and a team. You play on a team and you have a season, you win championships together, and then it comes to an end. You know, now you don't have your coach to do these championships anymore, these tournaments, because your coach is kind of like the motivator, the glue. And I see where you come from, Coach Kaiser. You know, the glue is gone now. The motivator is gone now. The hype man is gone now. So where do you go after that? And so for him to give a command, I need you guys to do what I've been doing. That means he's raising them up as coaches. And I just thought of this, but Joshua is a great example with Moses, because when Moses left, Joshua had to take Moses' place and lead the people out of the wilderness into the promised land. And so this is a prime example. He had to start up where he left off, like a relay race. The baton was passed on to him to do what they did, to take the training, the mentorship, the coaching, and all of the wisdom, all the power and the knowledge he had passed on to them, like a mantle, like Elijah with the double anointing, and say, now do what I've done. And so I would have felt really disturbed, just like you, if I had lost my mentor that carried the weight, and then I have to carry it overnight. It would be devastating to carry the same weight they carried. So now we're going to wrap it up, but we're going to do another question. And the second question is, I chose this chapter. I ended up choosing chapter 2 because I figured, we did the illustration for chapter 1 was just the definition of disciple, but the chapter 2 is where I wanted to focus it on is the command to make disciples, because that is the collective responsibility. People say, what am I supposed to do in the meantime? Is to be able to take people into your lives and mentor them as a coach, as a sensei, as a disciple maker. And so now we're going to go to the second portion of the question, because we asked the first, the Great Commission and the church. So what comes to your mind when you think about Jesus' command to make disciples of all nations? Many read these words as if they were meant to inspire pastors or missionaries on their way out to the mission field. But have you ever considered that maybe Jesus' command is meant for you? As you read the rest of the New Testament, we see God's people working together in obedience to Jesus' command. They reached out to the people around them, calling them to obediently follow Jesus. The disciples went about making disciples, teaching them to obey everything that Jesus had commanded and baptizing them. Some of them even moved to different areas or traveled around so that they could tell more people. They took Jesus' words seriously and literally. Reading through the New Testament, it's not surprising to read that Jesus' followers were focused on making disciples. It makes sense in light of Jesus' ministry and the Great Commission. The surprise comes when we look at our churches today in the light of Jesus' command to make disciples. Why is it that we see so little disciple making taking place in the church today? Do you really believe that Jesus told his early followers to make disciples, but wants the 21st century church to do something different? None of us would claim to believe this, but somehow we have created a church culture where the paid ministers do the ministry and the rest of us show up, but some money in a plate and leave feeling inspired or fed. We have moved so far away from Jesus' command that many Christians don't have a frame of reference for what disciple making looks like. Here's the last question for this session. So, in the church experience, in light of Jesus' command to make disciples, would you say that your church is characterized by disciple making? Why or why not?
Well, I attend King Circle Assembly of God here in Corvallis, Oregon, and I would like to say, yes, they are focusing on making disciples, sending people out, and reaching out to people that does not believe. I believe that just Sunday, the pastor said that if you live in Corvallis, it's going to be hard for anyone to go to hell. So he is trying to reach out to unpopulated environments that are reaching out to unbelievers and supporting people that are believers and unbelievers by different organizations. So I'm going to say yes, I believe that the church I attend is making disciples, sending people out to build the kingdom of God.
Thank you for that, Coach Kaiser. And I'm going to take it to another angle and say that we are the church. So are we making disciples and doing the commission? And how does this relate to collective responsibility and Kwanzaa celebration as a cultural people and not just cultural people, but as a global community, are we taking the time out to mentor people, to coach people, and to take the responsibility collectively to make sure people are not left behind by giving them a lifestyle skills to help them have a vision, so they say have something to lean on, so they have something that gives them hope and prosperity. What are we doing as individuals, as households, as companies, to say this is a collective responsibility? It takes all of us to do this responsibility. And so with that said, I have seen in some communities, and I would like to see it more often. And I know in our lives, we do that. We do mentorship. We do teach people, train people, and coach people, and support people. And that's why UMOJI is in existence today. It has started as a small space with big goals, the big vision of Christ to serve and to be like Christ. And here we are today now as an agency organization to do more. So we expanded our territories to start going out as Christ has commanded. So that is it for today. Thank you for joining us, and I will hand it over back to Coach Kaiser, and then we'll do our closing. Thank you.
Well, our closing is to go back to Kwanzaa. For our first day, they require that you do the black candle first again for unity, UMOJI, and then the second candle, the right candle on the left, for Kunji Shangulia, self-determination, and that's what we're hoping to see in UMOJI. And the last candle for today is the farthest to the right, the green candle, which is Hujuma, collective work and responsibility. And we just thank you for being with us with our outreach program, trying to reach out to, with this Kwanzaa celebration. And we hope to see you Saturday for our final celebration, where we will be celebrating creativity, and we will also do the 5th day NIA and the 4th day collective economics. And so until then, and we will celebrate with food and music, poems, and anyone else that want to contribute any other skills that they might have. Turn it back over to Coach K, and that's the end of our Kwanzaa 4th day of cooperative collective work and responsibility.
Thank you, Coach Kaiser. Once again, this is UMOJI, our P.O. Box. If you want to send donations and checks, is P.O. Box 1082, Albany, Oregon 97321. If you would like to visit us on our website, it's umojienergy.com. UMOJIENERGY. If you want to visit us on our social platform, we are on Facebook, UMOJI Energy. That's our address. If you want to also check out donations online and send us donations and be a contributor to the vision for the housing program We are interested in doing transitional housing. If you're interested in that and donating to that, please contact us on our website and let us know if it's a large donation. Fill out a form and let us interact with you and meet with you so we can talk about your donation and how to become a partner and an ally. If you have any questions, please text us, email us, or call us. This is, once again, umojienergy.com. You have sat today in a discussion with Coach Kaiser and with me, Dr. Coach K. Until next time, one love, much love, all love. Peace and blessings. Signing off. Thank you.